Thank you for calling Human Resources. Southern California Edison uses the information if you are calling to report an ethic concern regarding this past weekend's protest and demonstrations. Please call the Edison helpline at 1-800-877-7089 or go to edisonhelpline.com to report potential misconduct or a violation related to our employee code of...
Okay, guys, so the comment says, I heard she got fired today. Okay, so Southern California Edison did put out a post, and let me share that with you. And this is what Monica's employer says. Southern California Edison, you guys can snap a picture and read it. For myself, what I am reading from this is that they are investigating, and once that investigation is done, they are not going to publicly post anything. The decision is, which I don't understand what investigation, guys. There is a video showing Monica getting off the car and assaulting the protesters. But this is what Edison put out. Is she fired? Doesn't seem like. Maybe, you know how they say that some people know people in higher places where they work. Maybe Monica knows someone in higher places at Southern California Edison, because this to me is giving, we are looking into it, and that's it. You know, we won't post nothing about it. So, they're not going to make this public. So they're going to keep it private. Will she be fired? I don't know. What do you guys think?
The video of the couple literally pulling up to the protests and start harassing the protesters, and then have the audacity to pull over like a few feet down, leave their kids. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, they brought their kids in the back while they were harassing the protesters. They pull over on the side of the road, leave their kids in the back of the car, which, by the way, we're finding out it's not even her kids. She is stepmom. Kids are his. Bio mom does not like what's happening and has already been trying to handle that. Onward, they walk over to where the protesters are, and Monica Hernandez Mata is her name, works for SEC, and Todd Lalone works for Honeywell Aerospace, start harassing, physically assaulting the protesters. You can see her grabbing the flag, grabbing the pole that had the flag on it, hitting the signs, pushing them, and it is absolutely disgusting. And then that makes me wonder, isn't this the same party that talks about why can't you peacefully protest? Why are you inciting violence? You need to protest without looting, without rioting. But why did they have to get out of their car? At no moment did anybody do anything to them for them to get out of their car. Nobody provoked them, nothing. So much so that in the original video, when they're driving by before they park their car, a organizer of the protest, you can hear him audibly saying, literally, guys, they have kids in the car. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. That speaks volumes. And that is the narrative that we need to continue going forward. Because what do you mean you're going to talk about the right to free speech, the right to protesting, and that people need to protest peacefully, but you're the ones that are inciting the violence? Right now, people are sharing their telephone numbers for both Honeywell and SEC, going on their Instagram, going on their social medias, and telling them, are you proud of the type of employees that you guys have? Is this the type of employees that are going to be representing you and your company? We've seen what boycotting, with the little things that we're doing in the last couple of months here in the US, it's adding up. We're literally watching Target start to beg on their knees for people to come back with the black hand and all of their commercials and ads on social media, right? They're begging for people to go back. Tesla down the drain. And we're seeing all of these things, and we need to continue to put pressure on these companies. These companies, their employees are representing them. Is this the type of people that you want, Honeywell? Is this the type of people that you want, SEC? Let us know.
Guys, by now some of you have catch wind of this story. Yeah, I'm talking about the story of Monica Karen Maris or Maren. Her name is confusing, but yeah, a woman of a Mexican descent who outrightly calls out Latinos to go back to Mexico, and yet she herself is Mexican, and even her immigration stories are out there, and she is bold enough to come out of her vehicle and start causing chaos, starting to abuse or ridicule her own. It's ridiculous, man. This famous saying, they say, it is always your own, bro. It's always your own that will want you to fall. It's always your own that will want you not to prosper. Monica Karen's story is so much supporting that, because how do you want your very own people to be deported? It seems like this woman just wants a piece of the cake by herself. That is pretty much selfish if you ask me. The fact that she had kids in the vehicle, man, is also alarming. Like, what are you teaching the kids? Are you teaching your kids to be sour? Are you teaching your kids to be future Karens? Like, I know your name is Karen, but hey, you're teaching your kids literally how Karens behave. And the funny thing is that those are not even her kids, like, it's stepchildren. I was really surprised, and she was almost going ahead to fight with the other protesters. And the fact that if she would have fought, maybe she would have gotten into problems, but problems did not end, because it seems like she might have been fired by now, because so many calls went to her workplace. And I really do think that the hiring manager out there must be rethinking options or making her calculations right. Like, she is weighing if she should keep this rude employee, or should he or her just give her a warning or something of the sort. But either way, her name is tarnished already. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danny, and I'm gonna be the host for today's video. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. If you're returning, thank you so much for your support. Your likes, your comments, your subscription has been really helpful for this channel to propel forwards, and I'm really getting light of your opinions and getting different perspectives. Today's video is actually about one woman of a Mexican descent, Maren Karen, who is an LA resident. I'm yet to confirm where she works, but yeah, she misbehaved in a way that shocked so many. She called out her being a woman of a Mexican descent, calls her own people, the Latino community, to go back to Mexico despite them trying to process their papers. So before I even come out with my detailed commentary, let's just take a listen of the people's opinion.
Another day of no sleep, because I've maybe got 65% of the information that I can confirm that is correct, is that she did change her name on Facebook, and supposedly she changed her name on her last name in the system for the company and stuff, so no one could look her up. So we got those two things. What else did we confirm? Somebody messaged me that she no longer works there, but I don't know if I should. Like, I've been getting a lot of messages saying that, oh, they work with her, but I don't know if I should believe it. It could be a trap. I don't know. I believe y'all on my PM boxes or whatever. Maybe she doesn't work there. Maybe she does. She works from home. I just found that out, so no one's gonna see her in the office.
So Monica Mares, the Mexican woman, I heard she's Mexican. She was telling people to go back, go back. You know, I remember when I was at the gym when he won office, and I'm in Delaware, yeah, and everybody knows Delaware is a Democratic state, and also too, you know, Biden lives here, actually not too far away from us. And I went to the gym that day, the day after the election, and there was a guy there who was wearing everything, you know what, make America blah blah again, the t-shirt, everything, and he was working out. Mind you, I've never seen him again, ever. So he was there specifically to cause problems, because he wanted somebody to say something. He wanted to incite violence. Nobody said anything. They just stared, because it's just not the place for it.
If you are Latino and your go-to phrase when asked about all the injustices that are happening with immigrants and with minorities in this country, if your go-to phrase is, well, I don't know much about it because there's nothing I can do and it really messes with my mental health, that is privilege, because the least you can do is be informed. The least you can do is grab your little phone that's already in your hand 24/7 and inform yourself on what is going on. That is the bare minimum. The injustices that are happening, the raids, there's just so much going on where not being informed is neglect. It's wrong. You cannot pretend that the world is a perfect place and keep on about your day because it doesn't personally affect you right now. This idea that because it's happening to others and it's not directly happening to me right now, that is why we are where we are. And it really goes for anyone. Being willfully ignorant is a choice. Because the same way, especially for other like creators that use the Hispanic, the Latino card to get more followers and to get a platform, the same way that you can research lipstick colors and you can research the algorithm, you can research what is happening to your community, that same community that you rounded up to get you where you are and to get you money and to get you to the next step. The same way you can stand up. A lot of these creators, regardless of how big or small your platform is, are staying quiet because a lot of them voted for this. And it just shows people's true colors. And it's not come out and speak on it like you're an expert, but at least repost, at least talk about it, at least inform yourself. If you don't know, do the research. We live in a time and place where research is readily available. Talk to those who know more. It's not an excuse anymore, and it pisses me off.
Big old stress pimple because I cannot believe I gotta get on here and say this, but this is Trump's America, so here we go. One black person does not represent the black community in its entirety. One Latino does not represent all Latinos, so on and so forth. So those of you generalizing in the comments are just as ignorant as the woman in that video. Black people, it is okay to say that the woman in the video does not align with who you are, just as I can say that the 59% of Latinas who voted for that monstrosity of a human does not align with who I am. I do not care how many of us voted against our best interests. We are not the same. And those Latinos who voted for the 34 count convicted felon, if we took a deep dive into exactly why that is, we would have to confront some real ugly truths about our community. But not all of us are ready for that conversation. But education is the answer to all of this. Conveniently, there is a war on education in our country currently. There is a war on research, a war on science. Why? Ask yourselves why that is. Because the more sick we are, the more stupid we are, the more separated we are, the more powerful they are. When will we stop giving them so much power?
Guys, the fact that I keep on confusing the name Monica Karen Marin and Monica Karen Maris, I think it's because of a mixed up of her names and how her story has been highlighted in the social medias. In one of those LA peaceful demonstrations for ICE deportation and ICE raids, a video went viral on TikTok and other platforms, sparking outrage and a wave of backlash. What made it even more controversial is that Marin, the woman herself, is of Mexican descent, just as I said before, and the old photos of her as a recent immigrant resurfaced online, adding a layer of painful irony to her remarks. It seems like once you've gotten something, you don't even care about your own. You don't even care about those who are in the process of getting their papers. You don't even have pity or empathy to the families that are gonna be broken, that are gonna lose breadwinners, that are gonna lose fathers, mothers, that are gonna be left with only kids who do not even know how to make money or how to get money for rent, food and things like that. For her, as long as she's gotten the papers and she's married to a US citizen or something like that, she's okay. She doesn't give an F about y'all. Like, y'all can go ahead and protest, but she wants you out of the country. Like, she is now, I really don't think she's a citizen yet. I think she's just been granted like a staying visa or something like that, because I do think US citizenship takes a long time, like between 15 to 25 years, I reckon. If I'm wrong, you guys can correct me in the comment section down there below. Now, she was later identified as an employee of Southern California Edison. glad that we found finally where she works at. Which the company released a statement saying that they were investigating the incident and do not tolerate hate speech. There's just one thing that comes from that. Chances that she's gonna get laid off is like 80%. I don't see a way that she's going to get away from that. How she acted and the videos that have circulated online, oh, it doesn't look good. I don't see of any company that I know of or that I don't know of who tolerates such a worker, like a worker who's such a nuisance in public. And the fact that now people know where she works, like if the company does not do something, people will definitely start boycotting, especially the Latino community will start boycotting the company or will start throwing bad reviews, or it's just bad for the company's PR. And the company cannot just sacrifice its reputation for one person who is a nuisance. It's just an example of how internalized bias and political polarization can erupt in very public through very personal ways. Also guys, there's something deeply unsettling about watching someone of Latino heritage telling other Latinos to go back to their country. It's a reminder that internalized prejudice again can be just as damaging as external hate. Monica's words weren't just offensive to the Latino communities. I just feel like they were a rejection of shared history. Someone who's just running away from their heritage, their history, their struggle and cultural identity. And when someone who once walked the same immigrant path turns around and shuts the door behind them, it really speaks volume about the psychological toll of assimilation and fear-based politics. It seems like once she just gained that staying visa, she literally changed like from being Latino to a fully fledged American or whatever she thinks she is. This isn't just about one woman yelling at a protest, it's about the tensions tearing through communities from the inside. I don't know how you guys feel about this story. I know some people would say, yeah, but she's somehow right. Some people would say she has no right to say that because that is where she comes from and maybe her relatives are just trying to do what she has done. It is just double standards doing that. I'm really yearning to see those opinions, so share them in the comment section down there below. Don't forget to check the original creators. Their usernames have been embedded in the stitched videos. As always, go onto their TikToks, follow, like for this channel, make sure you subscribe. Also for this channel, smash a huge thumbs up button for the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications so that you may not miss my next upload. And with that guys, let me meet you in the next video. Peace out.